Hello everyone, I'm Sahil and welcome back to the channel. So it's the end of the month and that means that it's time for our monthly financial update. But before we get into it, I wanted to say something that, thank you everyone for just being with me in this journey in the past few months that I've been making this video. However, my university has just started, as some of you guys know, and I won't be able to make videos anymore. I'm not so productive to juggle both the things, studies and YouTube. So I will try to stick to these monthly updates that I want to do and just share with you guys what's going in my mind and what I'm doing with my portfolio, what has happened, and just give you guys an update on it. All right. And other than that, yeah, I can't really make videos on company analysis and stuff like that. So just bear with me. I'm in another few months before my semester finishes and then we'll get back to the regular stuff. All right. But whoever has subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. We have a very small community over here, about I think 400 something subscribers. So I thank every one of you. And also, if you want to stay in touch, you can just go and join my Discord channel where I still can talk to guys. It's way easier to just drop a message instead of making a video. So yeah, I can be connected over there, and there are a lot of other investors as well, some way more experienced than me, and I'm personally learning a lot from them. So yeah, come in and join, and you can share your opinions, what you have, your information. And like I've always said that knowledge is worth so much more when you can share it, debate it, and get to learn from others. So yeah, with that said, let's get it rolling. Alright guys, digging right into my portfolio, here it is. Let's check out the performance first, because I've just started to actually look into how my portfolio is doing as compared to HSI or maybe S&P 500. And the way I'm doing it is, right, at the same time when I put some money into my portfolio, I'm also trying to put into S&P 500 and HSI artificially, and then I track how much percentage gain I have in my portfolio value in all these shares. So that's it. There are some biases because in my portfolio, when I put in the money, I'm actually trying to time the market, so I buy when the stocks are low, right? Whereas on the S&P 500 HSI, I'm just putting in the money as soon as I put it into my portfolio. So there could be some biases over there, but overall this gives me a look at what's going on, right? So yeah, as you can see the chart over here, I have this green line is HSI and the blue one is S&P 500. Mine is the orange line. So since the start of the year, right, I did very well. That was until June when I started tracking it. So prior to that, the data might be a bit different. I can just do the best to get pull off the returns from the past. But going forward, it's well documented. So, and that would be very precise to get the returns over here. That being said, I did very well. I had over 30% returns in the first actually 2 months, because one of my stocks, the stock 3x and I sold it. So that was the main reason of why I had very good returns. And then obviously when the Chinese market all went low since July onwards, then my portfolio started dropping, and I hit the portfolio returns of S&P 500, slightly more than that in July. So if you go and check July, yeah, I was down about 9.6%, and we have HSI down 10.2%, and S&P 500, it has been consistently up. And then we come to the last month, right, the month of August, and we have 3.4% return from our portfolio, and then we have 0.4% return from HSI and 3% return from S&P 500. So HSI definitely is doing terribly, right? I'm in a negative if I look at it. So the portfolio started with $1, right, and it's down to 0.96 cents. So it's actually in a negative territory at the moment in terms of the whole year year-to-date returns. And S&P 500 is obviously performing amazing. It has been consistently going up. It's up a total of 22%, rounded out. So 22% till date, so we are in September right now. Today is 3rd of September. So yeah, it's up 22% year to date, and that is amazing, right? From S&P 500, like, and my portfolio itself is somewhere there as well. Like, I have seen a recent spike today because of one of my stock also going out. But if you see for last month, right, I was also up only 22%, like just 2 days ago. So I mean, if this is consistent with S&P 500, right, at first I have to like really consider why I'm picking stocks when I can just like invest into S&P 500 and take the gain. But on the second level, right, we all know S&P 500 or US market itself is overvalued. Everybody knows that. We don't know how far it will go, but I would never personally invest in the US market, even though the returns for the maybe next year, it might be good, right? We never know. Maybe tomorrow it can crash, or maybe the bull can last another 2 or 3 years. But overall, I'm very sure that we are in the not bubble. I can't say if it's bubble, but we are in a territory where it's imminent that it will crash. So I don't want to take that risk to get into S&P 500. Whereas in my personal portfolio, I still think that everything is undervalued, whichever companies I've invested in. So I'm pretty confident to put in more and more money. And even when the stocks are going down, right, like Chinese market has been trashed for this year, but my portfolio is doing amazing. So I'm very, very impressed by my performance. I shouldn't say that, like, it's just like I have only invested for like 2 years or so, and I'm very, very new into this investing game. So I'm still learning, and it will take like maybe 5 years for me to just establish like if my strategy works or not. Because 1 year gain, maybe the noobs who started last year after the COVID correction, they made 50% gains, but investing into all the SPACs and high beta stocks, and they thought that they are the genius. But the thing is, today they have lost all their money as well, if I'm not wrong to say that. So yeah, except of some lucky ones that were able to pull out their money on time, and then again they cannot replicate that, right, going forward. However, I hope to replicate my performance in the long time and see where it goes. And yeah, so give me 5 years and hopefully I'm still making YouTube videos, and we can go and track this performance together. And yeah, it's all documented. I will link this I've always linked this portfolio in my Discord, so you can just go down there, get through the link, and you can check it out yourself anytime you want. Now, going back into the holdings itself, right, let's go towards the individual company and check out what's been going on with them. And first of all, right, my portfolio size, it has grown tremendously, right? Let me go and check it out, right? So this is my financial statements. So I track. So yeah, this is like my portfolio size every month for this year. So we started the year with 68,000, and yeah, and last month end of July, we had like $104,000 in my portfolio, and now it has grown by 50%. So that is amazing. Obviously this money, right, it's not all my money, as you can see over here, right? Cash under management. So this is the money that I've actually invested for my dad and my brother, and they are also included into this portfolio. So $57,000 is of this portfolio is not mine. And yeah, so take that in consideration. All right, so going to the companies, we have over here KPBM Holdings. So this week, or not this week, last month, they actually had their ex-dividend date for their dividend, which is like high, very high. And yeah, so I think it was 12% when the price was about 0.42 Hong Kong dollars. So yeah, after the ex-dividend date, the stock price actually adjusts for the cash being paid out, and it will drop. And I think yeah, so that's what it has done over here. So it has been stable, and I won't be selling it. Pretty confident in this company, and even though we take this right at this current price, the yield is 15%, which is great. Even if the value of the company or my stock price doesn't increase, right, and they are able to pay me 15% dividend every year, voila, bro, we have 15% returns on this fucking stock every year without doing anything. All right, so I'm not gonna sell this. This is like my cash cow together with my energy stock, and we'll come to it later. Then we have financials, right? DBS, I'm not sure where we left it last month, but it has decent growth of 50%. And they have also, I don't know if I mentioned this last month or also not, but they have restated their pre-pandemic level dividends. So now we are getting, like, at this price, I'm getting like 4.39% dividends. And if we take my average cost price, right, which is like $19.86, so my dividend yield on cost is actually way higher at about 7%. So which is amazing again. Like, I don't even have to worry about the stock price increasing. As long as the dividends are coming in and they are increasing in value, my returns will actually grow and grow. Then we have UOB as well. They have not performed as good as DBS. The UOB is still fine. I mean, their dividend is again about the same level. So yeah. Then we have Ping An Insurance. So Ping An Insurance have been the biggest loser, if I might say, for this period. Just because, like, they have been hampered by a lot of things lately. The new business value is decreasing. There has been some property issues in China, regulatory issues and stuff. So Ping An Insurance has been quite hampered due to all that. However, it was very unexpected for them to report a operating profit, like increase in operating profit. They did their earnings, I think, on 27th of August or so. So I've not looked into the earnings completely, but I'm very satisfied with what they have done. I wanted to see growth, but looking at the situation in China right now, it's great that how they have been doing as well. So yeah, particularly for Ping An, right, I have a lot of people joining Discord just because of that, and there has been a lot of conversation going around Ping An. So if you're interested to like look into Ping An, then be sure to join the Discord. Like, if you're not happy, you can leave, right? Or it doesn't even cost you anything. So yeah, come join in, pitch in your ideas and stuff like that. But so far it's down 23.49%. And currently I have about $2,000 in cash which I can invest. So I might be looking into investing into Ping An. So yeah, for the people who have been asking me if I'm still investing into Ping An, the answer is yes. I think the situation is bad currently, but it is not something that is going to be for the long term. Insurance still be very important. It's strategically important for China as well, because if they want to grow, they have to take risk, and where there is risk, there is insurance. So yeah, Ping An is going to stay. There has been aging population. All those things are for Ping An, and they are the biggest insurer in China. On top of that, the thing is, they are in the world the most advanced financial company, right, with technology and stuff. So you get the both good of both sides in Ping An. Like, I know people are rushing towards fintech and all those things, new startups, or everything is very cool, whereas they are freaking losing cash like crazy. But we have Ping An. They are cash rich, they are cash flow rich, and they are heavily invested into technology. They have transformed their entire business with technology, and they are continuing to do that. They are leaders in many areas in terms of healthcare technology and financial technology, not just in China, overall the entire world, right? And then we have the defensive BNS International Holdings. Now this one, I don't really bother to look at it, because there's a lot of fluctuation in BNS International Holdings. Now it's down to 0.58. It has been somewhere around 0.6 lately, and yeah, there will be one day where it will go up to $1.20 or so, and I will sell it, and that is inevitable, right? Because really it is undervalued, and I think it will perform. I've said it many times. They have been just depressed because of COVID and all those issues in Hong Kong right now, the protests and COVID. So things will get better. Their business will grow, and it is actually going to multiply pretty fast, because throughout this period, right, they have opened up so many stores. So yeah, they will be doing pretty great. However, they have cut their dividend completely, so that is a bit disappointing. But anyways, just let it be. I've actually recovered all my money from BNS International Holdings. So this was the stock that actually 3x, and I sold it. I sold half of my holdings in this. So yeah, I sold it at, I think, $1.30. So I took a lot of money out, and yeah, now it's just a free ride. So I couldn't be bothered. Then we have technology, which is Baidu. So Baidu, I think you have heard, like I've made a lot of videos, and I've actually invested 200 more, bought 200 more shares of Baidu within this month. So yeah, they're doing fine. My average cost is 169, and they're currently trading at 158. So yeah, I think it's fine. Like, you know, tech stocks are down. I'm not that down. It's great. When they go up, I will have freaking awesome returns, and that is inevitable again as well for them to go up. Then we have healthcare. Healthcare, I have Ping An Healthcare, which is like their Good Doctor app. Now, they have not been performing very well in terms of their like earnings and annual reports. I didn't read entirely again because really I don't have the time to do so. But just looking through it, browsing through it, yeah, I don't think it's something outstanding. They're doing fine, but nothing outstanding. So I will keep on holding it. I think it's a long-term play for me over here for Ping An Healthcare. I think it's gonna take a long time for them to establish and to really have that exponential growth coming in. COVID has helped, but I think there's still a long way to go. And it's also like, you know, it's about the right time when the technology is good enough to complement everything being done online, the checkups, every single thing. So yeah, I think it's just waiting for the right time to for everything to fall in together, and that's when we'll see increase. But this is like the largest percentage losses I have in this portfolio. And my last purchase for this Ping An Healthcare was at 57.65. So I was thinking if it drops to about $50, then I will buy again. Let's see if that happens or not. Then we have JD. So JD is definitely one of the only tech stocks that has actually green. It's actually went into green for me, and that is just amazing. And I feel that it's really like, okay, so their earnings were amazing, right? And I wanted to talk about their earnings. However, like just like I said, right, I cannot make a video, but I wanted to highlight some things over here if you're interested to know. So first of all, right, the best thing I think everybody is perceiving is that they had huge growth in the last quarter in terms of I think the user growth, right? However, I'm not so impressed because of that, because you know most of their user base in the last few quarters are coming from the low tier market, and that is not my focus. Obviously long term it's still great that they are able to secure so many users from there, and some of them will get into the high-end market. So yeah, that is great, but it's not something that is impressing me. Obviously if you compare with Alibaba or Pinduoduo, yeah, so JD is definitely going good. But on the other side, they've also mentioned that their ARPU, average revenue per user, has actually grown as well. So this is amazing. Like even though the new users are coming from lower tier markets, right, they're able to actually increase the ARPU, which is amazing for JD. And I'm getting more and more bull on them. On top of that, they have also added a lot of new brands like I don't know, Berluti and all those things. They're adding their global, not just China, right, global flagship store on JD.com, the online store. So that might be the only online store, and JD has been winning it. That's exactly what I've been saying for so long. A lot of other Louis Vuitton, under the Louis Vuitton LVHM umbrella, right, a lot of brands are actually going on to JD.com to sell their stuff in China, and that is what was my initial investment thesis, and that being playing out is just awesome for me. And so yeah, because of this earnings, right, so they have actually done pretty well in terms of stocks, stock price as well. Some of it might be from like Kathy Woods going back into Chinese market and starting to buy JD, which makes me afraid, because her hype is just bullshit. I don't even want to listen JD coming from her mouth, seriously, just because you know it will just hype the stock and it will bring it to a level where it's not sustainable. And I don't want to do that. I want a slow and steady reasonable growth in my stock so I can hold them for a long time. I don't want to sell them, right? But if Kathy Woods is Kathy Wood is able to hype them up to a level where it's like just completely overpriced, then I might even consider selling it. Not saying right now, but let's see how it goes. but there's a long run to go. I think the peak was at over 400 HKD for JD.com. Now it's at 312. Let's see where it goes. Then we have AEG Energy Holdings. Now this one is amazing. So currently it's trading at $1.78, which is amazing, right? For my buy-in price of $1.07, we have a 66% increase. Amazing. But within this month, right, when the Delta variant got into China, the stock actually dropped. They dropped to back below my average buy-in, and I wanted to buy at that point of time, but I didn't pull the trigger. Didn't have the cash actually to pull the trigger. So yeah, but anyways, their earnings were amazing. Their half-year earnings were just amazing, and they increased it. Not they increased it even, but I think they had like 20% growth in net income. If I'm not wrong, double check that. So yeah, 21% growth in net income. That is amazing, right? Look at it. It's a freaking energy company, something that nobody looks into, and they are giving you 20% growth in their revenue. I mean, in their net earnings. Amazing. So yeah, these are the kind of companies I want to invest in. Overlooked, but they're growing rapidly, and they're undervalued. Undervalued even for the current cash flow level. So just simply amazing. Even today, at this current price, they have a dividend yield of nearly 7%. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, this one is, again, like I mentioned, right, it's a cash call for me, and I won't sell. Okay, then we come to utility, my favorite company. I've said it many times. China Water Affairs Group is my favorite company. And you know, one of my videos I mentioned before the earnings, I said that, you know, when the earnings come out, China Water Affairs will see a rise up. That didn't happen, but after 1 month or so, we have seen a rise. So it has actually gone up to nearly 40% growth. All right, it has just happened in 1 week, I think, 1 or less than 2 weeks, that it has actually gone up from like $6, which was my cost basis, up to $8.34. And this is amazing, right? So I think in the last 3 years, it hasn't seen a movement above $6, and I think a movement above 6.5 or 6.7, but now it has straight away crossed that path to $8.34. Again, amazing. And I hope they are able to maintain this. Actually, I was actually hoping like they just stay low for a timing to come, like maybe next 5 years or so, where I can accumulate more and more shares as I start to work and have more money. And I wanted to pump it into China Water Affairs Group. But well, if it's going up early, then I mean, I can't complain, right? I already have a good amount of position in it. I had my cost of like nearly $30,000 into China Water Affairs Group. So let's just be here, and I won't sell it. I will just hold it for a long time to come, because it is an amazing company. They have amazing growth, a lot of market to capture, and yeah, dividend is great. Payout ratio is very, very low, and everything is just good for China Water Affairs. I have someone asking me like, why are you taking risk for China Water Affairs Group? Because I don't know, he linked it with property, but there's nothing to do with the property clampdowns in China and with the China Water Affairs Group. What they're holding is an asset that produces cash flow, and it's not related to a rental yield or whatever yield or the property price itself. And how they get the property or the plants that they work in is through concession. So they actually buy the concession, and the property actually comes with that. The value is the concession, not the property. And all this these water cleaning plants and stuff, they're actually, the water treatment plants are actually in outer skirts of cities, like rural areas where the property cost is not that much. So that is not property is not a concern for China Water Affairs. I don't know how you linked it, but I want to hear a bit more of your views. Maybe I'm missing out on something. So if you have something to say, then obviously just comment it down below. And yeah, so definitely this is doing amazing. And then we have the funds. So yeah, the funds, Greater China is definitely focused in China, and they are into like the big companies, Alibaba, Tencent, and so on, which I currently don't hold in my portfolio. So it was a good exposure coming from here. I'm seeing a negative number on this, but that's completely fine. And then we have Fine Bridge Asia Small Cap, which also has a slight profit. It also dipped below, but again, short-term shit. I have like $3,000 in this, $10,000 in this. Then we have the commodity, which is I think I've made a video on this, the carbon credits, and I'm confident this will keep on. Oh, really? I actually didn't notice. So yesterday night it actually increased to 14% gains, $40. Amazing, right? Yeah. So okay. With that said, we have a total. I'm tracking my portfolio, how a fund would track its portfolio gains. So it accounts for, I don't want to explain it. I would give a very bad explanation. So whatever, you can go and research on it yourself. So, and I've made a specific video on it as well, so you can go and check it out. So I'm gaining like year to date, my returns are 21.9%, which is definitely beating S&P 500. Or maybe not, is it? Oh wait, I have actually not changed it. So this is just showing me the last month's performance, like which is the end of August. So I would have to also add in this one. And let me just change it right now. Hold on. Yeah, so in total, I have like 24.81% gains in my portfolio year to date. Amazing. I'm very happy. But let's be humble. Like, I've not been investing, like I said before, right? I've not been investing for a long time. So good performance in 1 year doesn't mean it's going to continue. And I want it to continue. So let's see. Over the run of 5 years, we have a long time to go. How my portfolio does, how my strategy does. And then, yeah, let's see if I'm a millionaire. Okay. With that said, thank you very much. And I will catch you up next month, maybe. Ciao.